Now, if a child wants something to eat or drink, they'll usually ask the sleeping parent to wake them up, right? That's if they can't wake up the mom, usually too, right? First, she's in there with the mom. That's the key to the story. Now, if you're half asleep anyway, right, you wake up with her in there with you at all, right? And you gotta figure out what's going on. So, like I told you, does she have to ask your help to go to the bathroom if she's what? Or not the bathroom. Right. Or in there and don't ask you to eat or drink, right? See, that's what I mean. A fifth way to tell the story is the child came in there. I thought she needed to go to the bathroom because she didn't ask me for anything to eat or drink. And I pulled down her panties so she could go, but she didn't go. But like I keep telling you, right? It only gets weird though if she doesn't go. I keep telling you that. Then you gotta check to make sure she didn't think a little bit already. You don't know what's going on. And you're playing it by ear. This is not normal in any way, shape, or form, and it's not a crime to help your stepdaughter go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. Never would be. Never would be. You ain't even gotta wake up the mom because you know she couldn't, maybe. Whole point, too. Exactly. Now, the difference is only the asshole who's trying to get me in trouble for it, whoever that would be, would want to see it as something evil when it wasn't. See, the saboteur there, whether it was someone on base or Daphne herself, right, is trying to pretend I couldn't do that legally when I can. Even if I did it with my own sister at 4, it wouldn't be any different if I wasn't sure if she tinkled yet and she didn't go. Right? Herself. Really. Now, the only thing is like I told you, I did eat my ex-wife out. But it's not one lick and then you come back up, honey. Either. Right! No, it's not. That's to see if she peed. That's to see if she peed already. Now, okay, whoever this instigator is, they're the one making the issue apparent that the child's even in there with me, which is not unusual. Is it? Is it unusual if she can't wake up the mom to wake me up? I don't know. That can't happen sometimes, right? You know, I'm waiting on a phone call today, and I didn't even hear the phone ringing, and I didn't turn the phone off, but the pharmacist had the phone yesterday, right? Because I'm trying to sign in, right? I'm even telling him I can sign in from home, right? And he's making all this an issue. I know he is. But again, it happens. Now, sabotage works that way, though. He's got a Vietnamese friend, right? I don't have any friends. I'm new to the store, right? But I'm also not trying to do nothing wrong yet either. You don't do nothing wrong the first 3 days, idiot. No one does. You're new. You know better, right? Anyone can put something in a bin alphabetically with numbers on it. You can't pretend they can't. Then you put it on the bottom. And, if you have an overflow. Right. Now, I'm only there during a certain time, right? Then I leave. Right? Then the PT techs that are there have to put the stuff in the bin. They're the only ones who would mess up, right? Because they know they can blame it on me. That's the problem, too. When someone blames you for something they did and you're the new person, it's easier to blame me than themselves, right? That's the point too. Now, am I trying to rat whoever it was out? I don't know who it was. Who worked there after me and had to do that after I left. After you left. But once I did it, once they left, and once I left, someone still has to do that job. And the thing is, you're watching me do the job, right? Now, if I mess up, it will be obvious then, right? And you can probably easier correct me, right? But when I go home, I don't know what's happening anymore, right? And I'm not there but for 6 to 4 hours so far, right? For 14 hours, right? And you know how sabotage works, right? It's someone who's been there longer, not than you guys don't know what to do, right? He's not qualified yet. He's trying to get qualified, right? Now, I learned, okay, like with the interactives, right? Through trial and error, because when you make the mistake and you're trying to do it right, it'll still tell you the correct key to push, right? And that's another way you can learn as well. That's why it might have took me longer with the first one, because I'm having to remember the answers and things like that. Because it's not all spelled out in black and white. No, it's not. No, it's not. You're not told everything verbatim, right? Word for word all the time. You sometimes got to figure it out for yourself, right? That might take a little while longer, but once you figure it out, you pretty much have it too, right? It's the point too. It's like potty training a child, right? The only reason and the only way you can go down there is to make sure she hadn't peed herself, and usually you stick out your tongue to distract her, and even grandma might have done that with her herself once or twice, if she's not sure she peed yet, right? While she's being potty trained. Now, if I'm doing it with her, right, and she relates it to grandma at all, right, we're still talking hypothetically, right? I'm not familiar with the child enough to know her habits, right? I don't even know how well she's potty trained, right? Not saying she is or isn't yet, but I don't know her level, right? Now, I wouldn't have a problem doing that if I had to do that night, or one of the nights, right? Before I went back to base, right? But see, Daphne would have the better memory because of the phone. But again, someone on base also could have argued with me about it too. That's another problem. You can't 100% blame the wife, right? Nor are they supposed to know about it on base, right? Unless we're arguing about something else and it comes up during that conversation, right? Right. Which, what would some sailors argue about? Being gay in the day. Right. And what Christian Fellowship Church was doing. Jerking off with each other. Well, the Bible says shun the very appearance of evil. Ain't that kind of gay? Right. Do you normally jerk off with another male? No. No. How do you usually do it? In the bathroom alone. Like I said. Like you said. Now, these are adult subject matters for children who are adults acting like kids, right? And vice versa. The kids are trying to be adults. And you're both falling short of the glory of God. Trust me, trust me. Whole problem here, right, is we're falling short of the glory of God. All have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. Right. Because God's the spirit, right? We're creatures. Like the monkey who throws poop at the other monkey, we can act just as crazy. But we're taught better. We know better, don't we? I know that if someone's trying to jerk off of me in a smell, that's a no-no. That's homosexuality, right? It's a gateway to it. It's like smoking marijuana can be a gateway to other drugs if you don't like marijuana. Now, if marijuana is fine and you don't want no other drug, that's different too. It don't have to be a gateway drug. Now, the thing about masturbation, though, is it isn't sex, right? Some would say, right? But it can turn into sex, right? That's the problem too, right? So the thing is, like I told you about lieutenants in the Navy, right? That's fraternization if you're with an E and above, right? Or a C and above. That's enlistment, right? And officers are not supposed to fraternize, which means sexual, by the way, right? And they can only have a professional working relationship in the Navy, right? Right. And that's how it's supposed to be. And your shipmate ain't supposed to ask you if you're gay 3 times, and you have to tell him no 3 times, and yet he still won't train you afterwards. Looks like he's what? Here's what he says. Or he won't train you. Quid pro quo. Quid pro quo. Right. Now, I don't care if Trump's on my side or not. I don't know who's on my side or not. And it's not personal, right? Whatever's going on in there. And even if I don't agree with all his policies, he's still my president, right? I told you that too. Like if I don't agree with Obama's policies with Obamacare, right? Because he's cutting the veterans out, right? See, we already get health care through Champa's VA. Mm-hmm. Well, he's cutting that out to put it in his little plan, right? And not giving us an alternative plan to cover our 20% when we're 100% disabled. And we were injured in the military, right? During our board of how many years service, right? Usually when that happens too. Mm-hmm. Now, how can you tell I'm not mentally ill? I wasn't hospitalized for it, and I saw Dr. Weinrep before I went to my ship, right? See, that's psychological and neurological workup before I went to the ship, right? So whatever happened in 93, 2 years and a half after on the ship, and I'm on the ship another 4 months. That's 2 years, 10 months I'm on the ship, right? And it's all about Sheena too, right? Not to blame her. She don't know what's going on any more than I do on her ship, right? But she might think it's me, right? And I can't do nothing about that either. I just gotta let it play out. Mm-hmm. And that's why whatever happened is what happened, right? Like I said, right? Now you can't just tell part of the story though. You gotta tell the whole story, right? And you tell it in pieces too, right? Or you reword it or you reorganize it, but it's the same story, right? It's my story told from a different perspective or this perspective or that perspective, right? And why I can do what I can do. It's not your opinion if I'm the stepdad. Even the stepmom can help change the child's diaper or help her go to the bathroom, right? It only gets weird, like I said, if I put on her panties and she don't go, and then I gotta make sure she didn't pee or something already, right? Now, how many know, though, if a child's thirsty, they're gonna ask you for water, or something to drink, or something to eat. They'll ask the parent, because the parent's asleep, they gotta wake them up. And what will they say? Mommy, I want something to drink, I'm thirsty, right? You ain't gotta ask the child. They'll tell you. Now, if the child ain't asking me in the story what to eat or drink, no matter where she's at in the story, right, I can still assume she needs to go to the bathroom. If she's in there with me, I know that. Whether she's by the couch or by the bathroom door, right? What I'm telling you too. So it is right. If she don't ask me for something to eat or drink, I gotta assume the third reason is she needs to go to the bathroom, right? I don't even know if Daphne gave her a shower that day or a bath that day. I can also assume she wants a bath, right? See. 4 reasons. 4 reasons. The child can be there with me that are not criminal for me to interact with her. And that's the problem they're facing. They can't prove it's criminal. Now, like I told you, the problem about getting off the base, though, is what? Nobody in the room. So I'm not going to want to go off base anyway. I'm not going to feel safe about that. So that eliminates Daphne and Pastor Thomas. Why? They're off base. They're off base. So that means whoever did it was what? On base. On base. That means it was about the gay Navy issue. Right. That means that while the security guard, if they got all uppity if I landed the 3-story fall from the third story window. Or second story window. I'm not sure I'll lower myself down another 8 feet. Try to get down a little bit lower before I jump. I'm not sure what I did. But I know whatever I did, they freaked out about it, right? I didn't think I could do it at all. Mm-hmm. And used the schizophrenia to attack me and make it look like I fell in fault. Mm-hmm. Is that impossible? No. Especially if you're jumping off your trailer, like I told you before, right? The trailer is about 12 foot tall, right? By itself. If you're trying to jump into the air to learn to jump from at least 2 stories, right? That's what you gotta do to do that, right? Now, I'm not trying to full 3 stories like a Ninja 3 to domination, but I am trying about 16 feet, right? Because when you jump up in the air and you land like that, right? You're trying to do like a Ninja 3 to domination when the Lady Ninja lowered herself down through the jump from the car port or whatever, right? Right. Though you're still just 2 stories jumping. See what I mean? Now, but I'd also try to calm them down and talk to them rationally about it and try to, talk about stage fights. Like with the bar scene where they knocked the guy off the top rung there about at least 8 to 12 feet. Like I said, right. That's what I'm trying to tell my ex-wife. I don't know what's going on either, but it sounds like somebody on base, being in the gay Navy, right, is attacking me who was married to you in the straight. I'm still straight. I'm not trying to be with your daughter, and I hope she married someone else, but like I said, right. I just hope he mess with her about it, right? Because I know, and she knows she's been around him, not around me, right? Unless he pissed her off so badly she came down here, and I don't know that. I don't know. But I can't stop her from doing that either, and I don't remember being with her, but she could have been followed. That's all I can say about it. And then she's old enough, right? Bye. Mm-hmm.